What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go battling content. Today's video, we got a Shoutcast in the Spring Cup with Shadow Mawile. No, it's not brand new to this scene. People have been running it for the last week and a half, but we have a strong team where this trainer actually went, I believe they said 12-3, and they submitted a 10-0 run with this team. Fantastic. I love to see a Shadow Mawile when it has a chance to just nom through things. And we got Lantern. Okay, but Tentacruel. Okay, I want to see some Mawile just eat this meta alive. So let's get right into these battles here with game number one. Gonna be our Lantern versus an Abomasnow, dude. All right, so safe swap on this team is Tentacruel. Looks like they tried to swap it. The game was like, nah, you get a fast move first. So opponent can get to the energy ball here. Tentacruel is gonna no shield here, and the opponent goes for weather ball bait. That is okay. So now an opponent's Tentacruel comes in, and I'm not sure if this was the right play by the opponent here, but they're immediately acid sprayed and gonna go for another acid spray. Okay, I think at some point you probably got to go for that Scald. Gonna no shield that. Oh, they do shield at the very last second. Interesting play. No attack debuff that I could see anyway. And so I don't know what's in the back, but hopefully this is the hardest answer to Mawile, as the opponent may not be able to get to enough charge moves here. Now they're gonna go for a move. It is another. Oh, it's an acid. They went for their own acid spray. And now, nah, Pika Force is going straight acid spray. He's not. There's no Scald here, dude. We're not scalding. Opponent not gonna shield up. They're just gonna let that. Oh, they gave up switch. That is a huge mistake, trainer. You're gonna find out why. Golisopod. Hello. I haven't seen Golisopod in this cup yet, but that's a fantastic. You know what? I think I like that as a pick though in this meta. Unfortunately, the Lantern now gets the alignment it needs, and the opponent's gonna have a bad time against the Mawile, dude. Lantern comes in, they swap into Abomasnow, and then they immediately lose the Abomasnow, and the opponent concedes. Good game. Yeah, you gotta fight for switch in those situations, I think. I think you just have to. Another Abomasnow, so terrible lead. We're losing all the leads so far. Into a Tentacruel right away. The opponent comes in with Jellicent, which is typically a hard wall for the Tentacruel here, as that Ghost Water typing means that none of Tentacruel's energy is anything other than resisted. But going for an Acid Spray first in this matchup, if the opponent doesn't shield the Scald after this, this actually is very dangerous for the Jellicent, and the Tentacruel can flip it. Now going with good timing here, even though it's right when the move is reached, 4 jabs into the hexes here is ideal. The opponent actually lets that go. You see how much damage those are doing? Like, we shield once, there's a potential farm down happening here. I don't know. The opponent goes for the Shadow Ball. This is an easy farm down at this point. Yes, absolutely. Taking switch back. This is all going to go exactly the same way as the last game. What do they have in back? A Poliwrath? What's back there? Come on, show it to me. Oh, they come back in with the Abomasnow train. This is a bad idea. Oh, they're going to get that farm down, and then Mawile is just going to look at him. Very tasty. You see those giant jaws on its head? They're literally salivating at the thought of consuming your Abomasnow for breakfast. Yes. Just send in the Mawile trainer. Let me have this. Yes. Oh! But it's Poliwrath in the back. This is fine. Poliwrath's energy is all resisted here. One Thunderbolt ends it all. And honestly, you can go for Surfs in this matchup if you want. They go for Dynamic Punch. Okay, I forgot Poliwrath's actually run Dynamic Punch in this meta. So the counters are adding up, but they're adding up at about the same pace as those sparks are. Actually, even more so. The sparks are doing even more damage than the counters are. Being super effective, it makes sense. But opponent gonna let that go, trying to call that Surf, but it doesn't really matter, as we could just go ahead and let this go. One counter's not gonna do too much to Mawile, maybe 2, but gonna be able to just farm down the Poliwrath, and then what? Yeah. Boom! Yeah. Oh, I wish I could play it over and over and over again. Good game. I have to let it finish playing, otherwise it just, like, I don't have it on my soundboard. I have it on my soundboard, but it's a much lower volume and you wouldn't hear it. So opponent immediately swaps in out of a Lantern lead here, and that means that they've probably got double grass in the back. Now, is this a Leafstorm or is this a Weather Ball? We're gonna call the Leafstorm, and it's a correct shield. And now you could probably just go for an Acid Spray and farm down, as I believe it's, I don't know if it's 5-5-4. Or what the count is, but they're definitely not getting to another one after 2. So gonna go for that no shield. This is just the Weather Ball, and the problem now is that even if Lantern comes back in, this Tentacruel is so healthy and the opponent has no energy that the Lantern is gonna have to lose a lot of its HP to this Tentacruel, which means that also Mawile doesn't have to deal with it, especially if there's another grass type in the back. Now, Some could be said you could run Sludge Wave, but Tentacruel, I think, at least on the safe swap, probably is going to function better with Acid Spray, is you could make a tactical choice to, you know, just Acid Spray shield through and try and win switch that way, which is the kind of team that Mawile needs, because you are going to have to be able to flip switch in these bad situations. Now, there's the Cherim. Hello? What are you doing here? I haven't seen a Cherim in months, years, dude. It's been a long time since I've seen Cherim in an actual meta. Let's go. Weather Ball Fire, though, very good in this meta, so it makes a lot of sense the trainer wants to run it. But Lantern is just going to get demolished here, unfortunately, so it's going to be a good game. And yeah, I meant to say it in the beginning of the video, but yeah, if this team sees like a single Mudboy lead, you lose. That's it. So if you try this team, you see a Whiscash or something, bye. But overall, though, aside from that, it seems like a very strong team. Now, we're staying in the lead here. I'm not sure why we would stay here with two dominating answers in the back. But we're going to get a shield advantage. Okay, well, if you get shield advantage, I guess it makes some sense, right? Because that way you can 2-to-1 shield through with Tentacruel and get the Mawile on there. So I guess that makes some sense, right? In hindsight. But I would normally have looked at this and thought, I'm going to swap right away because I have two better answers in the back. But it makes sense to just go for that first shield and then go for the swap. I think that actually, in hindsight, that makes a lot of sense. So the opponent is at a move here. Tentacruel has to make a call. Is this a Shadow Ball? No. Going to call the Seed Bomb. It was only a Seed Bomb. The opponent comes in with a Poliwrath to get the counter down there. Just broken by Tentacruel. They don't have a solid answer for it at all. Lantern is going to come in here, getting the alignment. Here comes Nom 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 Nom. Give me your charms. Your lucky charms. Give them to me. Just eats right through the Ninetales, dude. This meta is so rife for just Mawile to just go absolutely nuts. If you can keep it off of water types, Mawile literally just goes crazy. It beats everything else in this meta that's not a water type. And even then, like, no, I can't actually think of a single water type that this thing actually can beat, honestly, that's in this meta, unless it's like, no. I'm thinking of like water dark types like Greninja, but no, like there's no way that a Greninja actually would be able to lose to Mawile because of the outpacing. Like it's just, it'd be crazy. But opponent goes for the Icy Wind, but trying to see if that that debuff is going to help him. But that Thunderbolt's going to do way too much damage. That's going to knock out the Poliwrath and take this one. That's a good game. Well played. All right, hopping into the next battle with Lantern on the lead versus Poliwrath. Good lead here. We want to see this. Poliwrath staying in as well. The trainer maybe core broken in the back, and they're going Mud Shot. Ooh, Spice. I like it. Huh? Wait, no, that's not Mud Shot. That's Power Up Punch. I was sitting here like there's no way that Poliwrath gets to any of its moves in 5 fast moves, and I swore I thought it was going to be Mud Shot, but no, it's got Power Up Punch. Okay, so we get a Lantern to come in. So this actually is a lot better than it looks for Tentacruel. And I've played this a few times. I tried some Spring Cup. It didn't go very well. But the Lantern actually has to land the Thunderbolt here to win this matchup, especially with 2 shields. They full sent the Thunderbolt here. I almost would consider going for Scald because with the defense drop, it does do a significant amount of damage even though resisted. But going for the Acid Spray farm down here also making a lot of sense. Now, we could no-shield this. I'm pretty sure it's a Surf, but would make a lot of sense because we absolutely need to keep Lantern on the Poliwrath here. And the opponent is going to come in with their own Poliwrath, and they look to just throw the energy right away. This could be a Power-Up Punch for all we know, and it is, but it's not enough to knock out. Now, once again, I think I would have just gone for the Scald here, as the opponent probably... Oh, okay, they shield. Never mind. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. They actually shielded it. And the opponent is Ferrothorn in the back. Oh, no. Boom. Boom. I'm just going to keep playing it, dude. Boom. Come on, go back to the action. Yes. Boom. Excellent. That's what I came here for. That is literally what I came here for. Now, the reason why we run Ironhead, I imagine, is probably to deal with... it's just stab. I think you could run Play Rough or Ironhead. Neither one is fine here. I genuinely think that Play Rough is probably the better move, but oh no, an Abomasnow again. We're not worried. We go straight to Tentacruel here, right? It's the Nemesis. The Nemesis, the Shadow Quag in the back. This is not good. Gonna shield up the Mud Bomb and looking to go for that Scald here. And was that a CMP tie? That had to have been a CMP tie because it looked like the Quagsire was throwing a move. Okay. Okay, it wasn't CMP tie, but this is getting pretty dangerous. I don't know if I'm pretty sure that the Quag here is not going to be able to knock out. Is this Tentacruel really about to flip switch on a Quag? Dude, that's insane. Why is Tentacruel built this way? Oh my god, it's literally about to flip switch on a freaking Quag, dude. Oh my goodness. Hello? Tentacruel the beast. He's here. Tentacruel is him. It's truly him! He's here! We're gonna see an acid spray go off. This is gonna do barely any damage, but it'll allow a couple of poison jabs to come through. And the opponent has Poliwrath. Lantern immediately swapping in on the Poliwrath that is now switch locked in on this matchup. And Poliwrath, as we've said, unless it's running Dynamic Punch, its energy goes nowhere in this matchup. So we just need to get this Poliwrath out of the game as quickly as possible, and the Dynamic Punch is not on their moveset. They are running Scald, which means Lantern gets the farm down here. And now, I mean, Mawile could come in, but the opponent says, nah, not today. Getting another Poliwrath lead. Lantern just taking names here. The opponent comes in with a Poison Jab Roserade here. Now, this is fine, but once again, we have to make the call. Is this a Leafstorm? Pikaforce says, I don't care what it is. I'm making the call. It's a Leafstorm. And it's another good shield. Dude, every time I shield, it would be a Weather Ball. Guaranteed. If I tried to call that, that's the only time the Leafstorm ever comes out. Opponent running Poison Jab means they're much slower to get to these charge moves, but even though it's Poison Jab, they are still able to get to a Weather Ball at the last second. They let it go, and that's going to be fine because we get the switch advantage still that we need and going to be able to get the Poliwrath with quite a bit of HP left on this Tentacruel. Like, these Poison Jabs are going to add up very quickly, and just the HP difference between these two has now simply vanished. It's gone. Now the opponent is going to... Oh, they are running Dynamic Punch. Oh, this is a new Poliwrath, of course. Did they just swap out? Did they really? Oh, trainer, you just... Oh, wait, I'm ready. No, please come in with the Mawile. They just swap. Do it. Pikaforce, please. Don't wait it out. Yes! They quit. I would too, dude. Good game. I know I'm not getting any kabooms in this game. Oh, 5-0. There's the first 5-0. So, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Empoleon. Oh, this is beautiful. This is the best lead you could ask for. Opponent comes in with the Tropius, and we're gonna go for Leafblades. Now, Leafblade is pretty spammy. Tropius does a respectable amount of damage. If you remember, I did make a video featuring Tropius at the beginning of the cup. It's a very strong Pokemon in this meta, able to deal with a lot of threats as well. But Tentacruel just says, nah, we're taking switch here. We're taking switch here for sure. Like, you just need to keep Lantern on the Empoleon. You completely wall it, and the bulk of Lantern makes it completely, you know, pointless to try to really make that matchup happen. So for the Empoleon now, going for the Acid Spray, please go for the Scald here. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. Scald with the debuff here, gonna do quite a bit of damage. It's not gonna do a lot, but it's gonna do a fair amount here. The opponent getting a farm down, but unfortunately that energy is not gonna do much. And the opponent has the Trevenant in the back, and here comes Mawile. We're gonna get some choppy action here. The opponent says, nah, dude, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't sign up for this. Good game. Another Abomasnow lead. Is Abomasnow a popular lead in this cup? I literally haven't played it in over a week. Immediately a swap into Tentacruel. The opponent pops in with their Lantern thinking that they have it made, but Tentacruel with Acid Spray here is looking to try to flip the script on the opponent here. Maybe 2 Shield Acid Spray is exactly what it needs to be able to get through this. Now, is the opponent going to full send a Thunderbolt, or is this going to be a situation where they go for the bait? They full send the Thunderbolt. That opens up the floodgates for the Acid Spray farm down, because they're going to need a lot more than just what they can get to with double defense drop. Now the jabs are doing more than the sparks, dude. He's going to let the Surf go. He thinks he can make it. 1, 2, 3, and they're both down. Simul KO. Now it's going to be up to who brings in what. Is the Abomasnow going to come back in, or is the trainer going to bring in their third Pokemon? They bring in the Poliwrath, and now everything has gone awful. What? This trainer's... Huh? Clearly this is a mistake. They must have seen the fairy typing and assumed that this was a bad matchup for the Poliwrath, but the opponent now concedes knowing that they've made a mistake. That was supposed to be a loss. 100% that was going to be a loss. Empoleon on the lead again. Okay. Now what? The opponent swaps into Trevenant. Here comes Mawile. Fangy Boy is coming in to eat this tree alive. We're going to burn it to the ground from the roots up. Opponent going to go for the Shadow Ball. They full send it. Will they even get to another one? I'm pretty sure they don't even get to another move here. So able to go for that Shadow Ball, and then they let it go. Now the opponent, however, comes back in with the Empoleon. The amount of HP this Mawile has, Fire Fangs plus Power Up Punch, that's going to do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Here comes Power Up Punch number 2. Boosted, probably going to get shielded at this point. They have to. They have to shield it. They're doing as much to the Empoleon as they were to the Trevenant now. Goodness. Yeah, a Lantern just comes in and walls this. The opponent hopefully has another... They usually have another grass type in the back, typically. There goes a Tropius. Tropius is going to have to eat a Thunderbolt, which really doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's neutral. Gets Tentacruel off to a healthy head start here as it comes in and looks for that Poison Jab down and some Acid Sprays to boot. And that's pretty much a wrap on this game, dude. I don't think there's any way this trainer's going to be able to come back from this one. Gonna go for the Acid Spray on some pretty poor timing there. I think they were just trying to get the move off, but typically, again, you want to throw on 4 rather than throwing on 3 there, because that gave them a free move, so. Okay, we got a game against Lundberger, played Pokemon commentator and community figure. They've got a Bruxus on the lead, immediate swap into Roserade, and they get countered by the Tentacruel. Now, once again, we're going to have to see, are we calling the Leafstorm? Is this the correct call, or is the opponent going to call, or going to go for that? No, they full send it. Dude, I wish I could shield Leafstorms. Every time I try, it's the Weather Ball. Man, the luck on that was incredible. All right. Now, the opponent is able to get to the Weather Ball here. Not going to do very much damage, especially after that debuff from the Leafstorm. Weather Ball, tink! Not doing much. Opponent's going to come back in with the Bruxus. Now, Confusion is actually kind of 5-head in this meta with all the poison. You just really have to worry about... I was thinking about running Slowbro to be honest, but like Bruxus is so incredibly... That's it. That's it. We're done. Game over. Good game. That was a really fun run with Mawile. I love seeing the fast move damage on Mawile when it's super effective against things. It literally just rips things in half or less. Maybe even more. It rips into like 15, 17, 23, maybe 47 pieces. Good luck, 52-piece pickup with the deck of cards. Anyway, that's good. That's enough silliness from me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.